So I'm heading north on the Pacific Coast Highway. Fog though out in the ocean, so you can't see the ocean. There's a big marine layer above it. But we're at 300 feet, so we're above the fog. So this is where the giant slide happened a few years ago. Completely closed the PCH. There's Alcatraz. Going up to the Marin Headlands to get a view of the Golden Gate in San Francisco. Gotta go through this single lane tunnel to get up there. Pretty cool. Go right over the side here. Tail of the Dragon has nothing on this. I'm doing the limit there, bud. This is actually this Pacific Coast Highway, Highway 1, north of Fort Bragg, heading over to connect to the 101. So just south of what they call the Lost Coast. We are just cruising through the Redwoods, just leaving Albee Creek campground. I stayed there on my trip down from Alaska last year, but I'm over at the Lost Coast area, Shelter Cove. But I've just been exploring the back roads, and then ended up back here and heading down to the 101. But I was completely desperate for a shower. So I stopped in at Albee Creek Campground where I knew they had some pay showers, and I took a shower. So I was pretty smelly. It had been a long week, really hot in the 90s, and I really needed a shower. So in case you're wondering, I'm standing on the pegs of the bike. This is how you ride it when you're off-road. The great thing about the GS is you can work all the controls even while standing. So we're on our way up Highway 36. It starts off unassuming, and then it starts to go through the redwood groves before it starts to climb the mountain. So it's a pretty awesome highway for motorcycling. Just one curve after the other on Highway 36. So here we are. The spot I stopped last year. Have to do it again. Looks like they've been doing some work. It's definitely a beautiful road and a beautiful area. Got some traffic here though. Haven't seen any cars for 40 minutes and there's two. So yeah. Beautiful spot. Beautiful road. And there's the bike again. But now I've got soft cases. I'm carrying a gallon of water. I took the back seat off and put a Rotopax full of a gallon of water. Added some doohickeys. Got some 50/50 tires now. Got some protection on the header as well as for the engine and a few other things. Got highway pegs now. Side stand guard, ABS guard. Yeah, and a headlight guard. Those are the differences now. And a proper phone mount. I didn't have a phone mount last time I was riding, and Google Maps is much better than the Garmin GPS for you know, for traffic conditions and road closures and like for what's in the area, like campgrounds and stuff like that. So yeah. Now I gotta go find a campground. So we're coming down the mountain on a single lane paved road full of potholes from Hayapalm over to Big Bar on the 299. I like these back roads. I mean, it's a nice road, but I don't think a lot of people have come this way. It's kind of like out of the way. It's not a direct route from anywhere. Trail Creek Campground. Ooh, dirt road. Gotta engage enduro mode for this intense forest trail. How you doing? Alright, I didn't like that campground. There was like no spots really that were flat. So I'm heading up to another one. This is a rather interesting road. Coming up to the campsite I should have gone to first. But hopefully it's not full or anything. It's only supposed to be a small campground. Very cool though. It's a very nice area. Road goes all the way through to the 96, which I'll take tomorrow morning. All right. Place to myself, that's for sure. Not quite. All right, so we spent the night at the campground I should have gone to the first time. I should have come directly here, but that's just the way it goes sometime. It was nice, just meeting another family, and there was a really great swimming hole. Didn't get a picture of it, but it was a phenomenal campground. I'm not going to tell you which one it is because got to keep it a secret. So we're back on this crazy road. Wow, this is some crazy stuff. Crossed over a bridge and now it's back to 2-lane, so that's good. We don't have to worry about oncoming traffic so much. So here we are back at the 96. I came through here on the way down from Alaska when I was heading to the Redwoods, and it was full of smoke, but as you can see, it's very clear this time. So that's awesome. That was a good road. That was a good campground I was on. I'm gonna head up to Happy Camp now and then go north from there and see how long it takes, and maybe head over to Crater Lake again because it's clear now and maybe I can get some better pictures this time. Alright, well, I'm back on a motorcycle trip. And I came through the Crater Lake area, and since it's a beautiful day, I decided to come back up here because there's no smoke from wildfires. So I'm able to actually get a good video and photographs of it. There's a view of Diamond Peak, which is just north of Crater Lake. We're on a bit of a boring stretch of road though, but hey, at least the view is pretty good. So I'm on the Highway 218 in Oregon, between the towns of Antelope and Fossil. I'm just going up the back roads as much as I can as I make my way across Oregon. Coming down into Halfway, which is a town up here. So we climbed up out of the canyon and now went over this summit. Really gusty winds though. I don't know if that's normal for this area or maybe just the time of day, I'm not sure. But we're heading for those mountains up there tomorrow. And just gonna stay in a hotel tonight. Have another shower in a while. Woo! Gusty winds. So we've left the town of Halfway and heading up further north towards Washington to get to the Rattlesnake area, Rattlesnake River, Rattlesnake Canyon. You can see why they call it the Rattlesnake though, it's like back and forth, back and forth. Ah, we are now in Washington State. See if they'll object if I go in front. Motorcycles use extreme caution. Boggins Oasis. World famous shakes. No thanks, I'm on a diet. The Grande Ronde. Two Harleys. Wow, they're totally putting up this thing. Sorry, don't mean to pressure you. guys. Give them the wave. Of course, now I have to put some distance between us and them. So we're in Idaho. It's the first time I've ever been to Idaho. Crossed in from Washington State yesterday afternoon, late out in the afternoon, through Lewiston and Clarkston, which are on the river there where Lewis and Clark came up. I was pressed for time to get to my campground before it got too late, so I didn't stop. I would have liked to have stopped and seen some of the sites where I guess they had met the native tribes and things like that. But we're now going up the St. Joe River. This is supposed to be one of the premier motorcycling roads up here. There's probably a fisherman here. At the crossing of the border from Idaho to Montana. Elevation 5,765 feet. So the road turns to like a dirt road here. It's supposed to be in good condition. But I think we'll stop and have a snack and then continue on. So we're on the border between Idaho and Montana. Up over 5,000 feet after coming up a pretty spectacular road along the St. Joe River. Some interesting Forest Service roads. I would have liked to have taken some of them, but I'm solo and it's a pretty remote area, so I think I'll skip. Alright, so we're heading into Montana now on a dirt road that's supposed to be in good condition. Oh yeah, it's not bad. Gravel is okay as long as it's not deep. Otherwise, hard pack is much preferable. Alright, so we're now in Montana and heading down towards the interstate, and then we'll go across that and see what's next. So we're coming down from this back road from Yaak to Eureka in northern Montana, just a few miles from the Canadian border. It was an interesting little town. There was like it wasn't really a town, it was more like a crossroads, little village thing. There was like a saloon up there. And they were getting ready for a Crawdad festival. And the sign said it was going to feature female cream wrestling. I think it was, yeah, female cream wrestling. I'm like, what does that mean? I have no idea. So I'm not sure of the name of this lake, but we're in the Kootenai National Forest area. We're gonna go down the west side of this lake, not the east side, and then come back up a little bit to find a campground.